Hello, I'm the Millennium Dude, the reviewer of old and new, and today I have another good review for you today. And you're probably wondering, what's a random person doing here in this shot? Well, everyone, this is my friend Chad.
Hey, everybody.
And today we have a new movie review for you. Now, I was planning on doing this review weeks and weeks and weeks ago, but it's been getting pushed back. But we're glad to say we can finally let this movie out.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I know, and I know he definitely wants to get this review out of the way.
Yeah, I'm just like, let's get past it because I'm starting to forget things. And
Well, yeah, you may all have heard about this movie and about the great plot it's had, but let's give away the title first. This is Limitless. Now, Limitless stars Bradley Cooper, who you may remember from The Hangover. Yeah, I'm not reviewing that one yet, but maybe, I don't know. But either way...
I think he was in Wedding Crashers as well. I think.
Maybe. Either way, we're rambling.
Rambling.
But either way, he's just down on his luck. He's trying to be an author, but he's a hack. He has an ex-wife now, and he's just, well, one of the poor schmucks inside of New York. What else can we say? But he meets a friend of his he meets a relative, friendish person.
Like ex-brother-in-law or something.
Yeah, something like that, of his ex-wife. And he says, I have this medical drug for you. And this drug can open 100% of your mind. I'm like, a drug that makes you smarter. Why didn't we think of that?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Anybody can come up with that, right?
Well, if you're a pharmaceutical genius, maybe. I don't know. But,
okay, so not everybody can.
But he starts taking the drugs. He starts getting smarter and smarter and smarter. He starts to know everything in the world. He starts to become more versatile with everything.
And he becomes rich.
Rich, famous, a stockholder. And he starts to work for Robert De Niro.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where one of the big problems comes to the film. One, Robert De Niro, I don't know why I said Robert Downey.
You almost called him Robert Downey Jr. That's hilarious.
I have Iron Man on the head, I don't know. But Robert De Niro, this is the one problem I don't like about it. They underplay him too much. He's the one guy you think he can be the greatest gangster ever and say, I could totally kill you right now, and you would know it.
But what does he do? He's just a business guy in this.
Yeah,
and that's really all he is.
I mean,
he's only there for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was really short, him on screen, right?
Yeah, it felt like just a half an hour, but the guy still did good. He's still a good actor nonetheless. Bradley Cooper, on the other hand...
He was phenomenal.
Very phenomenal. He was like an action star, he was like a psychological mind, and he was one of the greatest actors in the film.
Yeah.
I can't remember any of the other actors, I'm sorry to tell you that.
Those were really the only ones that really are worth remembering.
Yeah. But it just starts really getting into your head how a person could do this, how he could get smart, how he could keep doing this with just a drug. But the bad problem about the drug is it has a side effect. Meaning it will make you malnourished, it'll make you weaker, it'll possibly even kill you after a while. But I'm not going to give away most of the plot.
No, we're not. We're not going to be a spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Yeah, we're not doing that. But either way, this film is amazing. Every bit of this film is just a psychological action thriller, and it's even, for those people who are very thought-worthy, who love to use thoughts and stocks and likes to plan everything out, this is one film for you. The only other problem I have with this film, and I'm sure Chad will agree with me, is what we call the psycho cam. Now, what's the psycho cam? Well, at the beginning of the film, you will see in the credits, it's like a kaleidoscope going forwards.
Yeah, it like goes like this, and at first you're like, okay, but then it starts speeding up and speeding up and speeding up. I almost threw up. I don't know about you.
So if you have a history of epilepsies and seizures, don't see this. Wow, we just became the warning label of a video game.
Wow.
But either way, this film is possibly one of the best films ever. And this is what I'm going to say, and I know most of you might disagree with me. I don't know what Chad would think. This is what I think Inception should have been.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't as confusing.
Yeah, Inception, it was a nice film. It had a lot of good things, a lot of good actors, but it was too techy and way too psychological that we couldn't understand.
It was like you couldn't even like get up for a popcorn, because if you got down, you went out and then got back, you'd be like, what in the world did I just miss?
Yeah, just watch it a couple times and it happens. But every time they keep laying down for the next level, I'm like, okay, is this a video game or just confusion? Every time it goes into a layer, and it keeps confusing you. It's like an onion of confusion. But either way, this film, why does it beat Inception in my book? Well, it is psychological, but on a modern level that a modern person would say, yeah, I get that, of course.
Now, there was a really cool part, like, it just intrigued me, really. When he took the drug, everything went from, like, blurry and everything went to, like, that crisp vision.
It went to shiny new
worlds.
worlds.
It was like, oh my gosh.
And, like, remember,
it made it look so much better.
Yeah, and there was also a part where he was trying to learn how to type up his book, and there were just different letters fluttering across the top of his apartment.
He had, like, tiled ceilings, and they, like, flipped, and it had, like, words on it. It was sweet.
And one other thing I would like to tell you about it, and this is not giving away any of the plot whatsoever. Well, only two things, actually. One, the drug starts to take, well, he doesn't have it anymore in his apartment, and there's some gangsters trying to kill him, which you'll see at the beginning of the film. But when he gets down on the floor, he finds this syringe where the guy used it to take the drug in syringe form. But he sucks up the blood to take up most of the effect. He takes the needle head, and he does this when the guy bends down to see his face. He spits it up into his eyeball.
Oh yeah, that was clever.
You gotta admit,
that was sweet.
And that everyone in the theater, I swear they went, oh!
Yeah, you know I did.
Yeah, I know. And there's another scene where a guy who had one blind eye and one good eye. The guy who got his eye stabbed out, he was shooting him in different directions of his apartment. And at one point, he stopped for 5 seconds. He shot again, and I swear I went, okay. But either way, guys, we would totally recommend for you to see this film. And if you like it, comment me down below and tell me why. If you don't, still comment me. I'd like to know why.
Yeah.
And also, remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And also, guys, if you want to know, my friend Chad here has a YouTube channel called Mad Circle Productions, where he's known as DJ Parallelogram.
Yep.
And I encourage you all to see him and rate, comment, and subscribe to him as well. So, guys, this is the Millennium Dude.
Yeah, Chad.
Signing off.
Peace.